Hello everybody, my name is Nestor Konzen. I have been drinking this marvelous water for 11 years so far, on the top of my 64 years old. And I'm going to show you guys about this K8 Kangen water machine produced in Okinawa, Japan. When we open the faucet and using the diverter, we send the water inside the machine, it starts to produce immediately the Kangen water with a pH of 9.5. And I'm going to take a little bit about this water to demonstrate the three properties about it. The pH, which stands for potential of hydrogen, the microcluster property, and also that this is an alive water. I'm going to show you guys in a while more. Just to fill it up. The Russian scientists in the beginning of the last century, they developed the electrolysis, which is the electricity that runs over the water, that runs inside of 8 chambers of titanium coated platinum. Now we are producing a different water with a pH of 11.5, and is a very high pH considering that from 7 to 8 is 10 times more alkaline. From 8 to 9 is 100 times. From 9 to 10 is 1,000 times, and so far. And this 11.5 pH water, we are going to use it to clean tomatoes. Cherry tomatoes, angel sweet, and I'm going to split in between half and half. Regular water, and with this one 11.5 water. This very high pH water will emulsify the oil which is used as a vehicle for all the pesticides, and you can see that the water is changing color because is, as I said, emulsifying the oil, which is the vehicle once again for all the pesticides. Just leave it soak in water for a little bit more. And this is the regular water, which usually we use to clean vegetables and fruits and so, and a large amount of people use this water, regular water from the tap, to cook and even to drink. Now, just for you guys to have an idea, can you please follow me here? Now take a look at the difference between both water. What's the difference in between one and another one? Not just about the color. The difference is that here we have all the pesticides, and here they could not get rid of the pesticides from the cherry tomatoes. And surprisingly, people that eat the regular tomato without pesticides, they are regular tomato, not organic one. They taste it and they taste sweet, crunchy, delicious. By the way, tomato is a Aztecan word that means water fruit, and it makes sense. And after that, I asked people to try the regular tomato washed with the regular water. And guess what? They cannot taste it. So disgusting is the taste because of the pesticides. Kangen water is a Japanese word that means back to the origin. What origin? When I was a young guy, long time ago, at the Brazilian rivers, and I was thirsty, I put my hands together and I drank the water from the river. In most places, we cannot do that anymore because of the pollution. So, Kangen water means back to the origin, that marvelous fountains that show up from the ground, from the stones, and these machines replicates the same water that nature's produce. And we are going to see now the three properties about this Kangen water. The first one is going to be that this is an alive water, and all the other waters are dead water. And I'm going to show you guys. This is Sprite, and all the sodas are the same. If they are regular or they are made with that fake sugar, they are even worse. Poland Spring, which is very popular here in this area. Deer Park they say that it is a spring water. Here we have a bottle from Portugal, Cavalheiros, with gas. And we are going to see the difference between water, carbonated water, and the regular water. They are different. Kangen water, and here is water from the tap. In nature, there is a law that everything which exists on the earth, with the time, it will lose energy and will rust. We also could call that aging. Can we stop that? No, we cannot. It would go against a law from nature. But we can or accelerate aging, or we can delay. And here we are going to see that. I still remember when my grandmother in South Brazil, when she did fruit salad with different fruits, and especially over bananas, peaches, pears, she squeezed a little bit of lime juice, because lime juice has a lot of vitamin C, and vitamin C is a very high potential to delay oxidation. That's why fruit gets with dark color. And nature or science did different scales to measure temperature, distances, weights, etc. Also did a scale to measure the ORP, the oxidation reduction potential. The negative the number, the better ability to delay oxidation. The higher the number, that will speed up aging in our health. So here we have regular water, which is with a ORP of 400 and getting higher. Can you please show to the folks that this number here is positive? Do you get it? Okay. Now, same water that has been produced by the Enagic ionizer model K8 is negative 500 and higher. Several times more than vitamin C, which in that scale is minus 50, and here we have over 500. Water from Portugal, it could be from any country. Just because it is carbonated, the number is positive, is a very oxidative water. We should not drink that. Does not exist in nature. Here we have the Deer Park water, also positive 300. Poland Spring also positive, 300 and higher. And here we have soda, 370 and something, getting higher because of carbonated and due to the sugar that is inside all the sodas. All this water here are with a positive ORP. The only one with a negative ORP is this one here. Take a look, 400 and something. Now, I'm going to show you that it is really an alive water. Air, light, and movement affect the water property. And when I heard about this negative ORP that would help us with pain and inflammation, I said, no way, that's not possible. Because I had in my mind that the only way for us to get something anti-inflammatory would be a pill, a medication, or in the worst cases, an injection. And I just was paying attention, and when we move water from one cup to another one, as I said, air, light, and movement would affect this water property. That's why we always should get the water fresh from the machine. The number is 100 and something. Now, if I continue to move it, it would be positive in a couple of minutes more, just to speed it up, to speed up the presentation. Now, look here, back to up to 500 and plus. Okay, we saw one property. Now we are going to see another one, which is the pH. I love to talk about this. And I still remember when I was a young student in Brazil, and the teacher in that class started to talk about pH. I looked to that scale and thought, what interesting, very colorful, but I don't need that. It's not necessary. I'm never going to use that pH scale. And that's why here I am very proudly talking about this pH for more people knowing that cancer do not develop here in the alkaline side. Cancer just develop here in the acidic side. And we have a scientist, Otto Heinrich Warburg. Otto Warburg said that cancerous tissues are acidic. Whereas healthy tissues are alkaline. Healthy tissues are alkaline. All forms of cancer require acidosis and hypoxia, which is lack of oxygen. Lack of oxygen and acidosis are two sides of the same coin. Where you have one, you're going to have another one as well. So, to show you guys if this water are acidic or alkaline, we are going to use this pH reactor. 3 drops in each, to be fair. And here water from the tap. Okay. We have in our body these all different scales of pH. Our bloodstream is slightly alkaline, 7, 345, 65, in that range. Our stomach digestive acids are very acidic here, around 1.5. And our skin is around 6.0 acidic to protect our body. Our pancreatic juice is very alkaline, 8 and something. The situation is that we should have a very balanced pH in the different organs to produce good health. Look here, soda, very acidic, Palm Spring, neutral. This other water, slightly neutral, slightly alkaline. Water from Caballeros, acidic because of carbonic gas. Kangen water, very high pH, beautiful color. And water from the tap. There is a law here in the US that determines all the water supplies from the municipality. They have to be slightly alkaline, otherwise it would rust their pipes. And just imagine a family with a couple of people, 4, 5, 6 people, using a restroom 1 week without water would be a catastrophe. Okay, now, no change at all. It changes also. It tried to change but went back to the same acidic level. And water from the tap. Let me tell you guys why we did not have any change here in the soda. Because all sodas, they are around 2.5 pH, very acidic, which means all sodas are 50,000 times more acidic than the neutral, than here the pH of 7. And if cancer do not develop here in the acidic, in the alkaline side, only in the acidic one, don't you guys think that this may induce cancer to spread up in the way how it is doing in the last decades? I have no doubt about that. By the way, I suffered from cancer during more than 20 years. And since I stop to eat sugar and I changed the way as I eat and I started to drink Kangen water, I get released on cancer and I don't take any medication. Okay, you guys just imagine that we have 4 healthy people here and 2 people are sick. Look what is going to have, what result we are going to have just with a couple of drops from the soda that we mixed the Kangen water also. Now they are all sick. To continue to talk a little bit more about this life-changing Kangen water. Usually for us to produce tea, we have to boil the water. And in this case here, we are going to try to produce instant tea with regular temperature from the tap. Is that possible? We're going to see. But before I go in that, I want to show you something very unique. Kangen water, pH drop, very alkaline. When we breathe air, oxygen in, and we breathe out, we produce toxicity, we produce carbonic gas. Take a look. What is going to happen with this water here? We are a car that produces constantly dozens of chemical reactions that produce carbonic gas. Take a look. Acidic. We should always drink a very alkaline substance to avoid oxidation in our body. Keep in mind that since we were born during lifetime, all the senses, all the reactions, digestion, to get rid of toxicity, we are involved in water. And water cannot be replaced by beer, milk, soda, or juices. Water is water, and we should drink at least 1 liter per day, at least 2 quarters, which means 2 liters per day. Okay, put this aside. Here we have Lipton tea, water from the tap. It did not produce tea, and I'm going to tell you why. Water, regular water, has big clusters which impede that for this water in cold temperature to go inside the tea tissues and extract the tea. Once the water runs inside the water ionizer Kangen water K8, it will break the clusters in small sizes, and that's why it is going to produce tea instantly. Look at that. This is not a magic show. It's just to prove that some water that we drink, they do not have the ability to hydrate our body, to get rid of all the toxicity. And that's why this is a very unique property. Some people thinking that they are doing a good choice, they buy, we can see in the market, water with a very high pH. That is not enough. We have to have an alive water and also a water with a microcluster property. And when I mention with people that most people drink a water that does not have the ability to wet us, and then they say, what? How can? Well, here's the answer. This water do not have the ability to go inside our cells, carrying all the nutrients that we need them to be alive, and in the same time getting rid of toxicity from inside the cells. Interesting, when we start to drink this water, our intestines, they start immediately to be different, to have a better motility, bowel movements. It is a law in medicine that all the people that have cancer, they have or had some gastrointestinal problems. Not that all that people that already have gastrointestinal problems, they have cancer, but they are very potential to develop cancer during their lifetime. And we just need to look the statistics around. In the beginning of the last century, only 3 people out of 100 develop cancer. Nowadays, we have 50% of the population that will develop one kind of cancer during their lifetime. That's a catastrophic statistic. Can we avoid that? Of course we can. Cancer is due to a lifestyle. If you change your lifestyle, if you change your water, if you change your mind, you're going to change your refrigerator, and for sure, you're going to be more healthy. So, this is a lady with 45 years old with breast cancer. And she started to drink the Kangen water. And after 3, and also she changed the way how she ate. And here we can see her intestines very clean. So, if you wanna do an act of love for yourself and for your family, please call this number here below and talk with that person that will pick up your call to help you to have this machine in your home. Thank you. I'm so sorry for my mistakes in English, but I think you guys got the message. Thank you. Change your water, change your life. Bless you.